Hey guys, and welcome back to the adventures of Nick and Willikins. As you all may know by now, this fine gentleman here is Willikins, who's standing in the doorway of the dining room and the entrance of the mansion. And I believe this time we're just going to go to the drawing room, because we've already brought Nick his lunch. He didn't like it. He didn't like moldy toast with sausages on it. You think a spoiled brat would like spoiled bread. Oh dear, look at Granny. She's over there reading her books. Oh Granny, how you doing? What's that noise? Good great aunt Petunia. Let's talk to good great aunt Petunia. Put it in the stranglehold, Willikins. Just kidding. But let's see what happens if we're aggressive to her.
Miss Petunia, I see the grim spectre of death has granted you a pass for at least one more day.
Don't you bring none of that morbid talk here, lad. You sound like a bloody Frenchman, and I've no patience for anything French in this house. Except kissing. Eh?
Okay. Nice to know. Duly noted. Okay, we're good. Okay. Good goes on Petunia. I don't think she's very good. Let's talk to her again, see what else we can do. Can we be aggressive again, or will we get the same thing?
Miss Petunia, I see the grim spectre of death has granted you a pass for at least one more day.
Don't you bring none of that morbid talk here, lad. You sound like a bloody Frenchman, and I've no...
Why has that lion got a gun in his mouth that's all chewed and bitten and mold and mutilated? Now let's try being friendly to good great aunt Petunia. Let's be friendly to good...
Another lovely morning at Nick Hall. Wouldn't you agree, Miss Petunia?
Oh, it'd be lovelier if you just acknowledged the unconsummated tension between us.
Ah, so we're getting an early start on that then, are we?
All I'm saying is, a lady of my advanced years could teach you a thing or two. I've known a lot of gentlemen in my day, biblically, I mean, and in both houses of sexual congress, if you take my meaning.
I do, unfortunately, but now I must be literally anywhere other than here. Good day, Mum.
Good great aunt Petunia won't get it all with to Mr. Wilkins right there. Wilkins, you got a lady right there. Shield your eyes. Oh wait, they're not doing anything. Okay, unshield those eyes. I'm just noticing there's a bullet hole between that thing's eyes. You know. It's now to be polite to her and see what other creepy sexual fantasies she has to offer us.
Good morning, Miss Petunia, Mum.
Mum, I'm not your mum. If I was, I expect I'd have to stop grabbing your bum now, wouldn't I?
Oh, great aunt Petunia.
Indeed.
In my defence, and that's defence with a C, you do have a lovely bum.
Well then, I suppose that's a feather in, let's say, my cap.
Well, that's something. It's something, all right. Let's get away from it. Let's look at the lion, shall we?
Ah, the king of the jungle. Except the part where lions don't live in jungles, nor do they have royalty. So they're basically Americans.
I guess. Who's to say, who's to know? Let's look at Great Aunt
They say
Petunia.
Master Nick's good great-aunt Petunia once had tea with Queen Victoria, which, for those of you who haven't memorized the British monarchs, makes her extremely old.
Very old. As now the Queen is Queen Elizabeth. She's the oldest Queen and longest serving Queen
Master
in
Nick
England.
insists that Antelope rhymes with Penelope. True gentleman's pursuit, so naturally Master Nick hasn't come anywhere near these.
Whereas Master Nick is not a gentleman, he's a spoiled brat. Let's look at the window.
The hedge maze of doom seems to be coming along quite nicely, by which I mean horribly.
That's nice. It's just grand.
Master Nick planted the other antler in the back garden some time ago, and yet no deer have sprouted in that spot.
Well, I don't think that's how planting works. I don't think that's how getting deer in your yard works either, Willikins. Educate the young boy. A snooker table.
Oh, that's a bad miss.
Unicorn? But they're not real. Oh,
Not
man.
actually the last unicorn, as seen in the book and the movie of the same name. This is, in fact, the penultimate unicorn.
Okay. Alrighty then. Willikins, you got some weird taxidermy in the reading room. In the library. He's looking at us. He looked at us. I see you looking. You're still alive, aren't you, darling? Terrible.
No.
You think we're going to try and strangle the young lady? But she's not young, but still.
They say Master Nick's good great-aunt Petunia once had tea with Queen Victoria, which, for those of you who haven't memorized the British monarchs, makes her extremely old.
That's nice. I always said that. That's nice. Willikins, get your bum over here.
I fear I did all the reading I'm ever likely to do at Cambridge. Master Nick has threatened to have my eyes hobbled if I'm ever caught with a book.
Well, that's just
I prefer not
nasty.
to learn what he means by that if it's all the same.
That's just mean. And then some. Let's take the TV and run. Take it and run.
It's stuck on the channel that tells you what's on the other channels that aren't this one.
That's nice. Arsenal versus Superman, Dawn of Justice, cheeky buggers. Yes, Thatcher. Check Temple. Carry On My Wayward Son, a British baking show that makes no political claim of greatness. A character named Doctor Who. Carry On Up Your Farm. Crackers. Jeremy Clarkson apologizes.
Until someone can get out and fix the satellite aerial, I'm afraid this is our only option.
Well then, go ahead and bloody fix it already.
You shut your dirty mouth! Let's offer her some rotten food, shall we?
I don't feel that this is a good use of my rather limited available time.
Alright, Willikins, come on, let's get you out of there. I'm sure there's other areas to go to. To the ballroom. Shall we? We shall. Oh, alright, it's loaded. This game kind of loads slowly, so let's go back to the kitchen and see if we can make something useful for Master Nick to put down his gullet. Ah, it's his good old H2O. Paid for from Walmart. Walmart water. Good for the soul, I might add. To the kitchen once more, shall we? Oh, and by the way, again, quite soon you'll see a different setup behind me. I'm moving to a house. So you're going to see a different setup as I'm finally going to have an office. Sorry about that. Let's open the refrigerator and prepare him a decent meal. Or at least we're going to try.
Not even the 16th most disgusting food item in this house. He's dead and his eyes are closed, but I still feel like he's watching me.
Oh, that's nice. You got paranoia. Here we all get that sometimes. Don't we, Willikins?
Some cultures might look at an animal's organ and deem it inedible. But those cultures aren't British.
Well, you got us there.
Keep your filthy jokes to yourself, please. We try our best, despite appearances to the contrary, to maintain an air of dignity here.
I just had to click on that again because it's called Spotted Dick. So we had to make him insinuate we were going to make a dirty joke again. And don't be. Where do you think you're going, Willikins? You're not done here, I don't think. Ooh, there's a mouse.
I believe that mouse is made of fondant. Master Nick occasionally makes me taste them to be certain.
Oh, that's just abuse. Pull the curtain. Rat poison. Open that back up.
If nothing else, we have that scurvy problem solved. Fresh from the, as it were, teat. Could be worse. Could be chocolate smoothie. I've heard it said that a true Englishman finds Marmite not only palatable but delicious. If this is the case, vive la France, I suppose. Oh, this is indeed a real thing. Look it up, nerds.
Yes, I am a nerd. I am an overweight, blonde-haired nerd with slightly crooked glasses. I should have made it appear. Can we dispose of this thingamajiggy? Can we dispose of this? Where should we put this? How about in the trash can?
I can't see much point in doing that.
Well, it's rubbish. Throw it away. Throw it away, Willikins. Because young Master Nick isn't going to be eating it, apparently.
Yes, of course, that's brilliant. That will solve all my current problems. Wait, no, sorry, won't work at all. I don't know why I said that.
Perhaps because you want to murder somebody, Willikins. This is a murder mystery after all.
Those things don't go together. I'm sorry, I know you want them to, but they just don't.
We'll make them work.
These were not here an hour ago, and I know for a fact that Master Nick has not left his bedroom since then. He must have some sort of hidden dumb wafer or something.
Open the cabinet and see what's in the cabinet. What's in the cabinet? Jaffa cakes, original.
I had £1 for every time I tried to explain what Jaffa cakes are to non-British people. I'd be dead.
Apricot Jaffa cakes.
You
Apricot.
say apricot, and I say apricot. Only one of us is correct.
It's me.
And it's me.
No, it's me, you son of a bitch.
These are just biscuits. They've nothing to do with digestion.
Maybe they give you indigestion. Who knows?
All great English homes have tea. I'd commit ritual suicide if we didn't. So naturally, Master Nick regularly tries to surreptitiously dispose of this tea to make me do that. Hilarious.
Quite so.
This contains file cards with some of the most sumptuous dishes ever concocted. I've never once opened this box in all the years I've worked here. Can't be sure, but I expect this does not bode well.
Has Nick done something untoward? Is it possible to do something untoward? And if he has, will Willikins remain loyal per the rigidly binding ancient codes of English servitude? Find out now. Seriously, you didn't think we'd just stop here, did you? Who would give you just part of a game? That's just cruel.
True.
It came from the entrance hole. Much as I am loath to do so, I suppose it's my duty to investigate.
Willikins, away! Someone's been murdered, and I'm just here eating popcorn. Where's the entrance hall? Is it in the drawing room? How does she not hear anything?
Good morning, Miss Petunia, Mum.
Mum, I'm not your mum.
Yeah,
No,
she didn't hear
I'd have to
anything.
stop grabbing your bum now, wouldn't I?
I'd rather not, if it's all the same.
He's self-aware, isn't he, darlings? But we must find the entrance hall. But where is the ding-dang entrance hall? Am I missing something here? Oh, this way. This way to the entrance hall. I found it. I found it. We all know he's going to be the suspect.
I'm certain there was no corpse in this room when I tidied in here earlier.
He's just so nonchalant about it.
I suppose I'd better phone someone about this.
Yeah, it might be the best thing you could do, at least.
Probably not a good idea to go smearing my fingerprints all over the poor fellow, especially before the authorities have had a chance to have a look round.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine.
I dare say he looks familiar, but it's difficult to tell with him lying face down like that. Also, I'm certain I don't know any corpses. I really should call someone about this. There's only one telephone in this house, and it's currently upstairs somewhere.
Yeah. What's that room? Perhaps it's in the West Wing.
The West Wing is approximately 80% asbestos by design, so it's probably best to steer clear of that.
Right, probably so. You don't want no mesothelioma, do you? Look, as I told you, go to the bedroom. You said the phone's upstairs, you can't go that way, so it must be towards the bedroom area.
One assumes he's in there somewhere, given the alternative, that he's actually gotten up off his arse. Sir, I don't wish to alarm you.
Good, then bugger off.
Perhaps I should poke that general area with a stick just to ensure that Master Nick is in there. No, I can hear him breathing. Too bad.
Is there a phone in the dressing room? And where's the dog at? I can hear him, but I don't see him. Found the phone. But I'm sure it's dead.
The battery for this mobile phone is bereft of life. It rests in peace.
Not for
That's
long.
quite enough of those references now, thank you.
That is a bit of a silly walk you're doing, Willikins, now you mention it.
Animators cost money, sir. I'm doing my best.
It's just a little fourth wall breaking that the game is cheap to make, but it's a free game. Good thing we've got this in our hands, don't we, Willikins?
It's still bloody charging, because of course it is, so I'll just leave it here and use the speaker function.
Emergency services, how may I direct your call?
Terribly sorry to trouble you, but a corpse has rather abruptly appeared, following a suspicious series of sound effects in our entrance hall.
Blimey, sir, that sounds serious. Our sat-nav tracker shows you're in Nick Hall, is that correct?
It is indeed. Well done, miss.
We'll send an inspector over at once.
This is the most
Cannot
non-dramatic
thank you
phone
enough.
call about finding a dead body I've ever heard of. Well, we're making progress. Well, I'm sure that he'll be suspected of doing it. As they always say, every stereotype and every murder mystery cliche, that the butler always did it.
Morning all. I'm Detective Inspector Bobby of the West End Particulars.
Detective Inspector.
Inspector Bobby of the Yard?
That'll be enough of that. Now then, I'm here about the corpse in your entrance hall.
So why are you in the
that's it.
bedroom?
And this would seem
Oh,
to
that
be a
thing.
rather open and shut case. The victim, one Errol of Notnick Hall, has clearly been murdered by you, Nick of Nick Hall.
You got nothing on me, coppers.
Actually, we've got quite a bit on you, sir. But under the circumstances being that you're rich, white, and clearly male, we can remand you to your residence of domesticity forthwith, and until such time as the court sees fit to hang you by your neck until dead.
That seems fair.
Oh, then I wasn't clear, was I? You, sir, are accused of murder, and will be taking you away shortly. This will be very sad for you, and obviously for your manservant.
Yes, obviously.
Well, not for him.
So, just
He's
stay
happy
here,
about
and
this,
we'll be back
so.
for you soon. Cheerio!
Do people actually say cheerio?
As people like to the dirt and douchebag, shall we?
Sir, is there anything I might do to assist you in this, your time of need?
Well, whether you could finish carving that ivory bust of my head.
Sir, we've been over this. Ivory is highly illegal, which I feel I must point out is especially relevant now, in wake of these recent accusations.
So lazy.
Gentlemen, a crime has been committed, and it can only be solved by me, the greatest detective in all of England.
Dude, you're not Sherlock
that where we
Holmes.
Allow me to introduce myself. Special Inspector.
This might be an egg.
It was a clever ruse, I do declare.
Has this man been deprived of his breakfast? That in itself is a tragedy, but not a crime as such. Nevertheless, it's the most important meal of the day. Who's responsible for
I
this
tried to
grievous
feed him
error
rotten
in
toast with
judgment?
sausages on it. He wouldn't eat
That
it.
would be me,
Oh my god, I'm hideous!
Oh,
in a manner of speaking.
so clearly this incident is your fault.
Oh, I hadn't considered that angle.
That's because you're not clever ruse, lad.
I like the word
Sorry,
play.
not sure I'm following the logic here. How is this my fault?
Yeah,
Are we going with the tired old butler did it cliche?
I just mentioned that.
For all we know, the tired old butler did do it.
I was in the
no,
kitchen
no.
fixing your
You
breakfast.
misunderstand. Obviously, you're a man of breeding, sophistication, education.
No, not me whatsoever.
Oxford man, are you?
No, not me whatsoever.
Cambridge, actually.
Oh. Well, we can't have everything, I suppose. In any case, they should have taught you. Even at a bin-liner school like Cambridge.
It was recently ranked the fourth best university in the world.
So not even worth a bronze, then, right? Your master's safety and well-being is your responsibility. Consequently, it falls to you to exonerate his lordship.
Really, I would have thought the great detective.
Here, take this. It's the official Clever Rules My First Crime Scene Investigation coloring book. And that's
Never
coloring
anything
for
off the
you,
self-
naturally.
it's a selfless promotion, isn't it?
Naturally.
This will guide even the most thick-witted Cambridge damperhead through the process of forensic murder solvery. Essentially, it comes down to 4 elements. Motive, murder weapon, at least one corroborating witness, and proof of the suspect's sanity.
Good luck with all that, Willikins.
As you locate each of these, you may colour in, and that's colour with a U, the corresponding area of the page. When you've coloured the entire page, phone me, and I shall be along at once. Clever ruse, away!
Oh, Willikins, did he just disappear in a cloud of smoke?
So it would appear.
Or disappear? Huh? Do you get it? Willikins? You still there?
Let's go check the phone. We might as well. Well, now we got the inspector detective, and we have Clever Ruse, who seems to be a bumbling idiot. He's no Sherlock Holmes, and he's no Watson either. So I don't know why Mr. Ruse gave us a children's colouring book. That's colouring with a U. This game is starting to go all over the place, but I like it. I like it a lot. Let's go check the blimey phone. You think it'd be charged up by now? Ah, that douchebag. The epitome of douchebaggery.
Those things don't go together. I'm sorry, I know you want them to, but they just don't.
Willikins, why don't you just end it all? Here.
Let's call the douchebag.
You've reached the offices of Clever Rules, home of the great detective Clever Rules. Speaking to you now is the great detective himself, Clever Rules.
Mr. Rules?
Call me Clever.
Rather. I was wondering if you could provide me with more information.
Inquire away.
About the murder weapon.
It's you that's supposed to be providing this information to me, not the other way around, boy.
I'm in my 60s.
It's quite likely the item in question is still there in the hall someplace. Have a look round in all the most likely hidey holes, and you'll probably find the murder weapon.
About the witness.
Surely you know basic English. A witness is someone who may have seen or witnessed some or all of the events that took place at the time in question. So be on the lookout for anyone who may have been near your entrance hall when that poor devil was murdered.
About the proof of sanity.
What do I look like? A mental health professional?
No, but I think you could use
Well,
one.
I've tried best not to generalize about such things.
I think you need one, Mr.
A good
Rules.
detective always generalizes. We'd never get anything done if we weren't willing to cut those intellectual corners. Bring to mind the things you associate with psychiatry. Oedipal complexes, incurring the wrath of Tom Cruise, life-stabilizing medications, and work backwards from there.
About the motive.
In order to determine why a person was killed, you must discover who they were. What were they about? Did they have any enemies who would benefit from their death? These are all excellent questions. I know this because I asked them.
Alright, back to the entrance hall we go. Let's see if we can find the murder weapon.
Getting an idea of who this was and why he's here would be an excellent idea, and this police tape is hardly going to stop me. But I'd rather not contaminate the crime scene with my own fingerprints.
Put on some gloves, you darn dirty bastard.
Not post in the sense of correspondence and packages delivered to us by the Royal Mail. This is the other kind.
No shit. Go to the gallery, shall we? This guy's full of himself, isn't he? First off, let's find out where...
Door. We don't have a special word for door here. It's the same as your American doors.
Yeah, thank you for being a douchebag. I'm trying to help you out here, man. Well then.
This was identical to the bust over there, but we left it on the dash of the car on a hot day.
Let's try the front garden, shall we? See if we can find something in the front garden. Hopefully, maybe I hope we can, I don't know. It's a very green house. Because of all the vines.
This was left by an activist of some sort. It appears to have been left here somewhere around the time our deceased friend arrived in the entrance hall. It seems that someone attempted to deliver a package around the time of the murder. I wonder if the delivery person saw anything. It appears to have one of those bloody QR codes on it that everyone seems to think people actually use. This one looks more like an owl to me. I've always thought this thing was a bit unsettling, but I'm also fairly certain that there should be two of them. Surely one of them didn't just get up and walk away, though, did it? And do I actually want an answer to this question?
Maybe it did, because it looks like a wee little leprechaun. Like a wee little leprechaun, little gnome it is.
I know how he feels. I want to vomit all the time, too.
Well, there wasn't much to do outside, apparently.
There's nothing particularly special about this one either, except that this one is a vase. I dare say he looks familiar, but it's difficult to tell with him lying face down like that. Also So I'm certain I don't know any corpses.
If you hear any pounding, it's coming from downstairs. They're working on another apartment downstairs.
Inspired after a trip to the bank, Master Nick insisted that we have this knife secured to the counter to prevent it being stolen. It's probably best if he doesn't know about all the other items around the hole that I'm carrying around with me at any given moment.
I guess that's true. Move to the pantry. Let's go to the pantry, shall we? Potatoes! We found out about the potatoes.
There appears to be something hidden just beneath this top layer of potatoes. Master Nick has rather cleverly hidden his cold, soggy chips under these raw potatoes. Well, you can't deny there's a certain logic to that. Master Nick's Thursday menu does indeed allow for this particular ingredient. I won't deny that the thought of poisoning Master Nick has occasionally crossed my mind, but I would never actually go through with it. Probably, almost certainly. Well, now I've got a haddock. Good. Dry. I'm not prepared to say what this is, but it's most certainly not garlic. We are not, I feel it's important to point out, French.
You think of having garlic and herbs, it'd be Italian.
The H is most decidedly not silent. Perfect for raw chicken, raw pork, and any other disease-carrying slabs of unprepared animal flesh. These were not here an hour ago, and I know for a fact that Master Nick has not left his bedroom since then. He must have some sort of hidden dumbwaiter or something.
Go down to the wine cellar.
dare speculate what's even in this bottle. I'm dead certain it isn't wine.
Well, then what is it then?
If my upper lip were any stiffer, my face wouldn't work. Ironically, that rodent is the cleanest thing in this room. Master Nick believes this is my favorite toy, but doesn't even squeak. Best to leave that where it is. It's a load-bearing muppet. Strategically placed to drip directly on my face whilst I sleep, regardless of the angle.
You sleep down here. Terrible.
It's actually much itchier and pointier than it looks, and it already looks quite itchy and pointy. Great. You can't see it from this angle, but they say hamdingers on the side. I got 20% off this mattress using a code I heard on a podcast. I should really get up there with a broom, but I keep hoping a life-saving message might appear in it one day. Every time I straighten that, Master Nick comes down here to crook it. It's the only time he ever comes down here.
Back up we go.
Stuck away in storage when Master Nick couldn't work out how to type with them on. These are for purely scientific purposes. They contain molasses, and they're only to be used in January. Technically, this is the sequel, Mannequin 2 on the Move. The original was, as is so often true, far superior.
That's nice.
Theoretically, this is for sitting in. But I'm the only person who ever visits this room, and I'm forbidden to sit.
Well, then, I guess
So I'm not sure what its actual purpose is.
just to sit there apparently for all eternity. Apparently so. Anyway.
There will be plenty of time for that later.
I'm sure there will.
And later still. And pretty much on into infinity.
There you go.
You're witnessing a rare moment in which I have something other than pointless mopping up to do. We don't actually know this person. I believe we purchased this painting in an estate sale of some kind.
Oh, it's been a right argy-bargy out there this morning, and I was described as a full-on foofra. What on earth is going on?
I've bad news and good news. There's only one piece of bad news, but it's quite a big one. There's been a murder in the entrance hall. The good news, on the other hand, is numerous. Master Nick is still alive and well, but more importantly, so are you.
Well, in future, see that you keep your so-called murders someplace where I can't hear them. I nearly couldn't get back to sleep after all that racket.
Why would you want to go back to sleep? You wouldn't even sleep. You've been in here reading this book the entire time. You've been just reading that book.
Miss Petunia has threatened castration if I so much as go near her cuppa. I assume she means me, but I'd rather not find out, to be honest.
Yeah, let's play that safe, shall we? But I think that's all I'm going to play this game for today. I'll come back to it later on so we can try and find the murder weapon. At least this time we've seen the murder and everything, because this has been going on at this point for 48 minutes. So, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.